So something that doesn't really come as a surprise anymore is Activision have once again been on the trending page of Twitter. I took this screenshot yesterday, you can see it had 28,000 tweets. Like I said, this is a usual occurrence now. It happened a couple of weeks ago, a few months ago. This year alone, especially towards the end of it, there has been a lot of stuff that has come out about Activision. So here we are once again making another video about them with some different stuff to talk about this time. Although what is similar is it isn't good news. We all know by now the latest stuff that has come out revolving not only Activision but Treyarch, the studios under them, Sledgehammer. I'm going to be talking about Raven in this video as well. But it was only a few months ago that the state of California filed a lawsuit against them, against Activision Blizzard for numerous different things, harassment in the workplace, pay equality. That all happened a few months ago, and then just a couple of weeks ago we had stuff like this dropping, talking about Treyarch's past co-studio head who was Dan Bunting. He no longer works at Treyarch, but this article stated there was harassment allegations against him back in 2017, and an investigation recommended he be fired for it in 2019. However, Bobby Kotick, who was the CEO of Activision, intervened and kept him. Of course, like I said, he's gone now. There was also stuff regarding Sledgehammer, where the Wall Street Journal's report mentioned incidents at Sledgehammer Games back in 2017, where their HR team didn't take serious action after receiving multiple reports. Once again, like the Treyarch situation, the CEO of Activision knew about the allegations and didn't address them properly. And of course, there was also articles coming out about him specifically as well. So that was only a couple weeks back, and now here we are once again with news regarding Activision that isn't good. So the first thing that came out a couple of days ago was actually more to do with the Game Awards. I'm assuming this is something most gamers take note of. Ever since the whole situation that we know of that's gone on around the world, the Game Awards is kind of the thing that's replaced E3. It's more of a digital event. And well, as you can see, as was reported by Kotaku, something that a lot of people didn't agree with was that Jeff Keighley came out, I've probably said his name wrong, but he said he wouldn't be picking sides on the Activision Blizzard situation. With everything that's gone on with them, people thought they shouldn't be at the Game Awards at all. They shouldn't be involved in any of it. They don't deserve to. And Jeff's reply to this was that he wasn't going to be picking sides. Basically, to me, he was saying that even with all of the controversy that's gone on, he's not going to come out and say that Activision can't take part because of what they've done, but also at the same time, he's not going to say they can, almost acting like nothing's happened. But anyway, as you'd expect, people were pissed off about this. They couldn't see why Jeff would come out and say this. I did notice from what some people posted on Twitter, I don't know if this is true or not, but one of the board members, specifically the president, is Rob Kostick, who is the president of Activision, sorry. So if he is a part of the Game Awards board, that could potentially be a reason why Jeff didn't want to have a opinion on the whole situation or didn't want to pick sides. Is because the Activision president is a part of the board. However, after all of the backlash and tweets he received, he did eventually do a U-turn where he tweeted, "Beyond its nominations, I can confirm that Activision Blizzard will no longer be a part of this year's Game Awards. However, Activision's president, Rob, will still be a part of the panel." So that's interesting. Activision Blizzard will no longer be a part of the Game Awards, so they won't be taking part in it. Their games won't be shown, they won't be able to win anything. However, Activision's president is still a part of the board. Jeff did carry on by saying, "The Game Awards is a time of celebration for this industry, the biggest form of entertainment in the world. There is no place for abuse, harassment, or predatory practices in any company or any community. I also realise we have a big platform which can accelerate and inspire change. We are committed to that. But we also need to work together to build a better and more inclusive environment so that everyone feels safe to build the world's best games. All of us are accountable to this standard. Incredible games and the talented developers who build them are who we want to celebrate. See you on Thursday." So that was the first bit of major news. Let me know in the comments section below, will you be watching the Game Awards? If so, what games are you looking forward to? What games do you think deserve to win something? What are the best games you've played this year? I did put out my top 10 over on Twitter. I'll show you up on screen now. This is actually my top 10 games I've ever played in terms of a storyline. So it doesn't include games like COD because I usually play them for the multiplayer, not the campaigns. Although the campaigns in some CODs are good, compared to the storyline of these, for me, they are the best I've ever played. I've put God of War at number 1, Red Dead at number 2, which, by the way, it was really hard to pick between those two. Ghost of Tsushima, if that's how you pronounce it. Again, a fantastic game, more for the gameplay. Although the story is very, very good, the gameplay, the sword fighting is on another level. And then, of course, Spider-Man Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely a surprise. It's got such a good storyline. The only thing I would say is it's a little bit too easy, even on hard difficulty. And then I've also put in there Jedi Fallen Order, which I loved, especially the ending. Days Gone, which was a massive surprise to me because survival games aren't usually my thing, not full-length story campaigns like this anyway. And then I've got Spider-Man Miles Morales, Assassin's Creed 2 and Gears of War. Thinking about it now, on another day I might have put Gears of War 2 at number 9 and then taken away AC2 and instead put in something like Titanfall 2, which had such a good campaign as well. But yeah, those 9th and 10th spots was difficult to decide. There are probably other games that would go in there that I just can't think of right now. And also bear in mind, these are the games I've played. I know people love The Last of Us, Uncharted, stuff like that. I just haven't played them, so I can't put them on my list. Anyway, a little detail, but let's get into the second major bit of news and let me know your top 10 games you've ever played storyline wise in the comment section below. But going back to the topic of Activision, yesterday Charlie and Tel tweeted this where they said, per multiple reports from employees plus the Washington Post, Raven Software informed multiple QA testers at their studio today that they were being laid off at the end of January. Activision so far has not commented, and this was confirmed by multiple employees. This tweet is from the associate community manager at Raven Software, where he said, I'm gutted right now. My friends in QA at Raven were promised for months that Activision was working towards a pay restructure to increase their wages. Today, one by one, valuable members of the team were being called into meetings and told they were being let go. These people were asked to relocate. Now they're out of the job on January the 28th. Our QA team does incredible work, but this will not only increase their workload, but crunch morale. If any industry friends have open positions, please share them. If it isn't clear, this is bullshit. It's unfair to these people to string them along, promising something better, and then let them go. I'm infuriated right now. And this is so strange considering the situation that Call of Duty, the latest one especially, finds itself in. And this doesn't only apply to COD, every other game out there as well. A QA tester's job is to test video games before they release. Yet we have Activision's latest product, Vanguard, that is released in such a state where you would think they needed more QA testers to test their games before they released, yet they're letting them go. Another employee tweeted, I'm absolutely heartbroken at this news. Raven's QA have been some of the best QA I have ever worked with. If other companies or studios are looking for an A team of QA, then look no further than the ones that got let go today. It seems Activision doesn't value these amazing people. And I think that's something us on the outside don't really think about. We all know about the video game developers, but we don't really talk about the people that are paid to play the games, test them, give their feedback, do all of this before the game releases so that we don't have to put up with it ourselves when we actually pay for the product. And like I said, this is especially strange considering lately over the past few games, the way that Call of Duties have released on day one, you would think more QA testers were needed, not less. So yeah, two different situations there, but both involving Activision. It isn't really a surprise at this point, but let me know your thoughts in the comments section below regarding this, the Game Awards, and your top 10 favourite games you've ever played storyline wise. I mean, going back and looking at it now, I think Vanguard definitely deserves a shout for being top 10 games ever. Maybe Battlefield 2024. There are a ton of games, to be honest. I've been playing the GTA trilogy lately, and San Andreas and Vice City definitely bring back memories, although very glitchy. But going back to the originals, maybe they deserve a spot. There are a lot of good games and, well, it just depends on what you like. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel to stay up to date with the latest videos, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.